Hey guys, it's Homebrew Hydroponics here, and I want to show you a little invention I came up with. I wanted a way to aerate my little individual hydroponic containers that I place along my windowsills. For the most part, I'm using the Kratky method with these, so I really don't need a lot of aeration, but I figured I have a lot of solar energy coming in the window, so there ought to be some way to take advantage of that. I searched around online, and the only things that I could find for solar aeration are these kits that contain a PV solar cell and an aquarium pump. But the kits start at $40, and people reviewing the units said that they were cheaply made and didn't last long. Also, they provide a lot more aeration than what I really need. I was surprised to not find anyone doing what I came up with here. It's simple, reliable, and very cheap. But do keep in mind that this is only going to provide minimal aeration, so I wouldn't recommend this for a floating raft system, for example, at least not without some modifications. Okay, here's how it works. Solar energy heats an air chamber, the heat expands the air, and the check valve on the left keeps the air from escaping. But the check valve on the right lets the air flow into the air stone in the hydroponics container. When the clouds cover the sun, or at the end of a day on a cloudless day, the air chamber cools and forms a vacuum. Air cannot come back into the check valve on the right, but it can come in through the check valve on the left. And then the process repeats over and over again. Where I live, we often have partly cloudy conditions, so this will operate frequently throughout most days. If you live in an area where there aren't many clouds, then this system may only operate once a day and probably won't be too beneficial for you. I'm hoping that you all will take this idea and improve upon it. For example, I'd like to see a large scale version of this with something like a 55-gallon drum used as an outdoor air chamber. Also, there has to be a way to make this thing operate continuously in direct sunlight. Maybe by using a concept that takes advantage of a temperature differential like a Stirling engine. So let me know if you have any ideas about how to improve this, and leave a comment below. Um, let's move on to the build. Here's what I'm using for my individual hydroponic containers. They are 1-gallon food storage containers that I picked up from Walmart. They come in packs of 2 for $3. They are a bit flimsy, but I like the size and shape of them, and the fact that they are food grade. I get lots of versatility having these be individual planters. Here are the stamps on the bottom of the container. You can see the food grade stamp among the others. And here you can see it's manufactured by Star Plast in Israel. Okay, so let's get started. I first drill a pilot hole, and then I use a 3-blade adjustable hole saw and make a hole about 1 and 15/16 of an inch in diameter. That way the net pot sits a little bit high so I can fill the container higher with solution. Here are the check valves that I'm using. I'll put a link to them in the description. These valves work, but I wish they wouldn't require as much pressure as they do. The pressure or vacuum has to build up to a decent level before these will open up. If you can find check valves that require less pressure, you will make a more efficient aeration system. I drill a 7/32 inch hole for the check valve. These have an end that is labeled out, so that end will go down. Next, I cut a piece of tubing to length and attach an air stone. Alright, here's my air chamber. It's a 24-ounce aluminum can that I painted black to absorb as much solar heat as possible. Because it is aluminum, it transfers heat in and out of the can quickly. The can is unopened, and I drilled 2 holes in the bottom and then poured out the contents. There were metal fragments that went into the can from drilling it, so I had to sacrifice the beverage. I cut a short piece of tubing and attach it to a check valve. I cut the end that goes into the can at an angle, and then I put a little plumber's silicone grease on the outside of the tubing to form a good seal. Push it down into the can and it should fit nice and snug. I cut a piece of tubing for the outlet, again at an angle, and put some silicone grease on the outside and push it in. And here's the completed product. Next up, I have a demo of it in action.
Okay, here we go. This is the test of the solar-powered aerator. So I have this blocking the sunlight right now. I'm going to remove it. And I'll just let this video record. And we'll see what happens. There, it's starting to go.
My video camera ran out of power, so I charged it up and reran the test the next morning. And that's the end of the demo. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment and let me know what you think of this and any ideas that you have to improve upon it. I will be doing a side-by-side comparison of 3 lettuce plants, one with the solar aeration, one with no aeration, and one with an aquarium pump. So please subscribe if you'd like to see the results. Thanks for watching.